Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Speak Easy English, the podcast that helps you speak English naturally, confidently, and in real everyday situations. I'm Maya.
And I'm Jake. Today we roast the single most dangerous question in small talk. So, what do?
Dangerous because it can turn a friendly chat into an awkward freeze faster than you can say unpaid internship. After name and hometown, it's always next.
Right. It's the conversational guillotine. You either survive with a smooth answer or you do a 3-second death stare while your brain downloads the correct phrase.
First rule, keep it simple. The basic answer is I am a blank. I am a teacher. I am an engineer. I am a barista. Yes, that counts. Proudly.
Or say I work as a graphic designer. I work as a project manager. Both sound natural, not like you're naming your Hogwarts house.
Want to sound less like a job title on LinkedIn and more like a human? Add where. I work at a hospital. I work at a small tech company. That gives context.
And if you need to flex independence, I work for myself. I'm self-employed. Or I run my own business. Translation, I answer my emails at 2 a.m. and cry into my tax receipts.
Now, the classy professional move. I am responsible for blank. I am responsible for managing the team. Sounds like you know what you're doing, even if you don't.
If you want a softer line, my job involves ing. My job involves traveling, teaching, meeting clients. Important grammar tip, use the ing form after involves. Not involves to travel, please.
People love to answer with total vagueness. I work in business. Great. Which business? Being employed is not an aesthetic.
And then there are the buzzword warriors. I optimize synergistic solutions. Translation, I've never touched a spreadsheet, but I sound dangerous.
If you're a student, flip it. I'm studying blank, or I study blank at university. I study life is not a degree, though we admire the ambition.
Quick practice moment. Say this out loud. My job involves teaching English, or I am responsible for customer service. Say it like you mean it, no stuttering.
And when someone asks where you work, use I work at or I work for. I work for a nonprofit. I work at a design studio. Now we have a picture.
If you're self-employed, proudly say it. I'm self-employed. I freelance as a photographer. People suddenly treat you like an artist or a startup CEO. Both are fine.
Final roasting tip. Prepare a short, real answer and a fun follow-up. Example, I'm a teacher. I teach English to kids. What do you do? That hands the conversation back.
Practice makes perfect. Pick 3 lines, a short title, a where, and one thing you're responsible for. Use them, repeat them. Don't let small talk bully you.
Before we go, subscribe to Speak Easy English. Share this with someone who freezes at what do, and leave us a comment with your best one-line answer.
That's it. Now go out there and answer that question like a human, not a corporate robot. We'll be back with more tips and a few more roasts. Bye.
Hey, have you heard about Jake and Maya's workplace lesson? It's full of shiny phrases like, I work in a big open office, and I work in a small quiet clinic, which sounds like HR describing coffee and a chair.
Yeah, I have. Let's dive in. First off, those simple adjectives, big, small, busy, quiet, are great. Until big actually means you need a map to find the bathroom, and quiet means your boss is napping under their desk.
And of course, the crown jewel. I work from home. Everyone says it like a badge of freedom. Translation, I have 3 Zoom meetings and a tiny judgmental cat who insists on being my co-presenter.
Or the deluxe version, I work remotely. I can work from anywhere. Sure, until your Wi-Fi drops mid-interview and you're suddenly anywhere that has fewer than 10 bars of dignity.
Then there's the brave souls who declare, I work on site at the factory. Respect. Also, they probably know how to fix the kettle when IT can't. Or you've got the hybrid people. I have a hybrid schedule. 2 days at home, 3 days in the office. The uniform, blazer on top, pajama bottoms on bottom. Fashion innovation or fraud. You decide.
Ah, yes, the hybrid hustle, where your commute is sometimes 30 seconds and sometimes a dramatic reenactment of a medieval quest. But listeners, these phrases are useful. Say them and people instantly understand your level of caffeine dependency.
Now, colleagues. I work with a great team. You say that until someone eats your lunch and replaces it with a motivational sticky note. My team is small but very dedicated. often means one person does all the work and another is dedicated to finding excuses.
I get along well with my colleagues is a lovely line. In reality, that usually means you argue about the thermostat respectfully and then bond over shared passive-aggressive Slack gifs.
If things go sideways, you can say, "It can be challenging sometimes, but I learn a lot." That's the diplomatic RSVP to chaos. Polite, honest, and legally safe.
And for the between jobs crowd, I am currently job hunting, or I am between jobs right now. Both sound way better than I binge-watched 3 seasons and sent out 1 resume. It's all about the glow-up language, people.
Quick recap. Use phrases like, "What do you do for a living? I am a blank." Or, "I work from home. I work on site. I have a hybrid schedule." And when describing teams, "I work with a great team," or "I get along well with my colleagues."
All right, community roast time. Tell us your best workplace line. Honest, humble, or hilariously dishonest. Which phrase do you use to sound professional while wearing slippers? Send it in and we'll happily roast it. Until next time, keep the coffee strong and the Zoom background questionable.
And we are back. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Jake, still pretending I didn't spend my last semester studying the perfect angle for a nap.
And I'm Maya. Today we're finishing the job versus study saga. If you missed the first half, Jake taught everyone how to sound like a responsible adult. Now it's our turn to roast. Guide students on how to answer those classic questions.
You know the ones. What do you study? Where do you study? What will you do after you graduate? Literally the small talk that decides whether you're impressive or unemployed forever.
Let's start simple. When someone asks, "What do you study?" you can just say, "I study computer science," or "I am studying business administration." No need to invent a startup that hasn't launched yet.
And add where you study. I study at a university in the city. I study at a community college. Or for the brave, I study at an online school. Translation, I have Wi-Fi and questionable attendance.
A useful little flex is, "I am in my 3rd year," or "I am in my 1st year." It tells people how deep into the existential crisis you are. 1st year, hopeful. 3rd year, ordering coffee in bulk.
If you've committed, say I am doing a bachelor's degree in psychology, or I am doing a master's degree in business. If it's a short thing, I am taking a course in graphic design, which is perfect when you want to learn Canva responsibly.
And my favorite phrase for sounding both ambitious and slightly exhausted. I am working towards my degree in engineering, or I am working towards a certification in digital marketing. It means you're slowly becoming a functioning adult. Maybe.
Now, the terrifying future question. What do you want to do after you graduate? If you have a plan, go big. After I graduate, I want to work in a hospital. Or after I graduate, I want to start my own business. Say it with conviction, even if your business plan is a blog about plants.
And if you honestly have no idea, honesty is an art. I am not sure yet, but I am interested in international development. Or the classic, I am keeping my options open. Pro tip, keeping my options open sounds mature. It also buys you time to binge apply to internships.
Let's roast the cliches for a second. I want to save the world is great, but follow it up with, I really enjoy working with people, or I really enjoy the creative side of my studies. That makes you sound real and not like a superhero with no LinkedIn.
And share the struggle. Vulnerability scores you points. Say, I find research challenging, or I find time management challenging. People will relate. They secretly love hearing someone else is as overwhelmed as they are.
Also useful, I really enjoy learning new things every day. It's genuine, and it masks the fact that half the time you're learning how to enjoy instant noodles at 2 a.m.
Remember, using these phrases not only answers the question, but tells a story. I am working towards shows momentum. I am in my blank year shows context. I am keeping my options open shows strategy, or excellent procrastination.
So next time someone asks, don't panic. Pick one. Clear plan, thoughtful uncertainty, or charming ambition. And if all else fails, say I study life, and then follow up with I am studying economics. Keeps them confused and impressed.
We hope that little roast helped. Use the phrases, be honest, and sprinkle a little humor. It makes conversations way more interesting. We'll be back with more tips, laughs, and probably more of Jake's Knopp research.
Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed today's episode, and we'll be back with more engaging content soon.
Welcome to today's roast, the episode where we teach useful phrases and mercilessly mock how often people reuse them. Sit back, relax, and pretend you didn't hear half of these in every LinkedIn post.
Yeah, I have. Let's dive in and savage these cliches with a smile. We promised useful language, and we'll give it. wrapped in a little sarcasm.
First up, the legendary starter. The best part of my job is blank. Example, the best part of my job is seeing my students improve. Sweet, sincere, and basically guaranteed to make the hiring manager sigh with relief. Also quietly screams, I actually like my job, not just the paycheck.
I love that one. And its cousin. What I love most about my work is blank. People say flexibility, variety, or meeting people from different backgrounds. Translation, I can work from a cafe and avoid small talk at the office party.
Now, for the part everyone fears, challenges. No one wants to admit their job is a nightmare, so we reframe. Instead of, my job is stressful and exhausting, try, it can be demanding sometimes, but I learned so much. Sounds mature, calm, and slightly heroic, like you're training for a marathon, not answering 300 emails.
Yes, more safe reframe moves. It can be repetitive sometimes, but I am always improving. It can be challenging, but that is what keeps it interesting. It is a lot of hard work, but I feel proud of what I do. Basically, honesty plus optimism equals interviewer approved.
Bonus roast, if someone tells you they're a perfectionist in an interview, translate that to, I struggle to let things go. Use the reframes instead. They sound conscious, not exhausting.
Okay, future talk time. Classic lines. In the future, I hope to blank. My goal is to blank. And the safe, honest fallback. I am still exploring different options, but I am passionate about blank. All polite ways to say I have plans without committing to being CEO by next Tuesday.
Right. Put it all together in a real chat. Hey Maya, so what do you do for a living?
I'm actually between jobs right now. I finished my last position at a language school and I'm looking for a role in curriculum development. Exciting time, and by exciting, I mean endless CV tweaks and hopeful LinkedIn stalking.
Oof, I feel that. What did you study? Was it education?
Yes, a master's in applied linguistics. The best part of studying was the research. I loved discovering how people learn languages. Also the coffee field late nights, but we don't market that.
What do you love most about working in education?
What I love most is seeing people grow. Watching a student go from nervous and unsure to confident and fluent, there is nothing better. It can be demanding sometimes, but that is what keeps it interesting. Plus, it gives me good material to gloat about at reunions.
For me, honestly, the connection. I love connecting with listeners and knowing someone across the world is improving their English. My job involves a lot of preparation and research, but I genuinely enjoy every part of it. Also, my goal is to expand our podcast into a full learning platform. Videos, worksheets, live sessions. Ambitious, yes. Arrogant, only on Mondays.
In the future, I hope to lead a curriculum team at an international school. I'm keeping my options open, but I am passionate about making English education more accessible for everyone. Big dream, small paycheck expected at first. Classic.
There you go. Meaningful phrases, honest reframes, and just enough roasting to keep you awake. Practice these lines, make them yours, and remember, if you overuse I am passionate about, people will start asking for evidence.
Thanks for listening. Try one reframe today and send us the outcome. Bonus points if you say the best part of my job is, and mean it. We'll be back with more helpful tips and merciless commentary.
Hey, have you heard about Jake and Maya's grand finale? It's like they invented English with 200 ways to say I am and called it a toolkit.
Yeah, I have. Let's dive in. Honestly, it's charming and a little terrifying. I study blank. I am studying blank. I study at blank. At this point, the phrase is practically a houseplant we have to water weekly.
Don't forget the future plans. After I graduate, I want to blank. Revolutionary. Next episode, after I eat breakfast, I might have breakfast.
And the enjoyment phrases, pure motivational poster energy. What I love most about my work is blank, which translates to fill in the blank with something that pays so you don't cry in the copier room.
I do love their challenge lines though. It can be demanding sometimes, but that butt blank is the culinary spice of every humble brag.
Also, props for the work phrases section. I work from home. Translation, I miss pretending to use the office microwave. Real talk, those phrases are actually useful. They're simple, believable, and you can memorize them between espresso breaks.
Then the emotional crescendo. We believe in you completely. I love the enthusiasm. It's like being hugged by a very polite life coach who also sells phrase books.
And the community question. What do you do or study? And what is the best part of it? Basically, they want comments and compliments. Classic podcast move. Still, it's perfect practice. Short, safe, and low risk for grammatical injury.
So yeah, roast complete. It's delightfully repetitive, mildly theatrical, and emotionally efficient. Praise incoming, it genuinely helps people speak on autopilot when their brains are buffering.
Exactly. Use the phrases, ignore the sparkle effects, and leave a comment. I study blank, and the best part is blank. It's easy, it's real, and it's better than scrolling memes for an hour. See you next recap. Same enthusiasm, slightly fewer cliches.